Oh my goodness. I thought something stung me. My arm hit the nettles, y'all. It still feels stingy. I'm gonna have to move those because that can't happen again. Welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia and I'm an urban gardener growing in a small space in my backyard. Well, y'all, the greenhouse. The greenhouse looks like trash. This is after getting everything planted out, drying things in here. We have some onions drying. These are all things that have died. These were some sweet potato vines. These were sweet potato vines. These were a bunch of leftover lavenders, things that did not sprout. My onions, that's my second harvest of onions. And I'm not complaining. Not the biggest, but they will be edible. So today, we are going to kind of redo the greenhouse. I'm gonna clean this table up because it looks a mess. We are going to harvest the seeds that we do have here. I'm really not sure what they are. When I put them in here, I said to myself, I'll know by the leaves. But when leaves shrivel, they all look the same. Duh. Actually, so you got, this was kale. I can tell that was kale. This, I'm not sure. It looks like red Russian kale because it's like got some purplish red on the vines. It also could have been a purple kohlrabi, so who knows. I don't know what this was. I think it was a loose leaf kale. So that's that. And then this was the cilantro. So maybe I can tell a little bit better. I don't have an idea of what these are, but they have dried. And so I'm not going to do those today. I'm gonna leave those where they are, but we're gonna redo, we're gonna do like a makeover in the greenhouse. So I got lights for, I think, Christmas. Y'all, that stinging nettle got me. If you grow stinging nettle, please don't touch it. Please don't touch it, because it got me good. Anywho, I got some lights. I am going to try to grow in a garden bed in here. Still gonna leave my sitting space because in the cooler times of the year, I'm gonna want that sitting space. But Vevor, thank you for sponsoring this video, gave me a garden bed. It's a link to the garden bed section below. The one that I have is sold out, but there's a link to their other garden beds below. There'll also be a code so you can get a discount. So we're going to kind of redo the greenhouse, y'all. Yes. A lot of ants in here. A lot of them. I'm just gonna try to keep them off of me. I'm not gonna worry about getting them out of the greenhouse. If you're not new here, you know that's how I roll. I'm not really gonna try to worry about getting them out of here. Just so you know. I don't want them on me though. I'm not being successful at keeping them off of me. I may get the water hose and just pull it over here and kind of hose things down, but there's a lot of them. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the water hose over here. Let me bring y'all in closer so y'all can see. It's a whole bunch. I don't know why. If you know why, you know, it's a bunch of, you know, old dirt in here and stuff. So if you know why, put a comment in the box below. But you know what I could do, natural, is do some borax and I think syrup or honey or something like that. And that, oh my God, I think there's one on my head. Hold on, let me show y'all. It's a whole lot. I'm really not sure why though. That's interesting. I don't know why. Anywho, I'm gonna keep moving. Maybe I'll go put on a long sleeve shirt too, because I need to sow some seeds in here later for the holes of the bricks. All right, let's clean up and we'll talk about that later. So I'm back with the hose reel. If you're not new here, you know where my hose reel is placed. This thing is all the way over in the greenhouse, and it still has space to come more. So 100 feet of water hose, small space, works out well. Honestly, I may do better at starting seeds now in here, now that the hose reel can actually reach over here. We're gonna go ahead and spray all of this down, the carpet and everything. We're spraying it all down, and then we'll get to work on what I really wanted to do before I realized I had an infestation of ants. Okay, so I don't see any more ants at the current moment, so we're gonna move on. Actually, I need to spray the stuff that's outside. I won't do that on camera. So I am thinking in the off season, I'm going to put some weed barrier down, also from Vevor. I'm not gonna do it today, but I'm thinking in the off season, I'm gonna put weed barrier down. Because this cardboard isn't going all the way back, and so I'm thinking that's probably where they were able to get in so easily. But they are everywhere, and I am going to make some borax traps. If I have time, I will do it. There's a bee in here with me. This video is all over the place, y'all. And I didn't even think it's a bee. No, it's a bee. I'm not going to mess with him unless he messes with me. But okay, so we're going to put a garden bed on this side. Remove this stand back over here where it was. And the garden bed is my first thing. Problem is, I think I may lose my rug, or I'm gonna have to put the rug under the stands that's over here, but we'll see. We're gonna put this garden bed together really quick. I don't think I'm gonna do like a also have bad lighting. We have bad lighting in here. Hold on. What was I saying? I don't even know what I was saying. I'm discombobulated. I'm discombobulated trying to make this video. I'm still gonna post it though. And I'm watching this bee too, y'all. I'm watching this bee. Oh, what I was saying is, if I have time, I'll show you how I make the borax traps. I rarely make them. I made some like my first or second year gardening because I was like, oh no, there's ants. These days, I'm not that anal about it. So yeah, I'm gonna move this over here. I just realized my notebook that I keep my notes in is at the bottom of this stand, and it is soaking wet. Y'all hang in there, because we're gonna see a transformation in here. The ants took me out. So, like I said, we're gonna put a garden bed together first. Not step by step, but it's a Vevor garden bed that they sent to me. It is sold out, but they have more. So this is actually like the perfect size for right when you first come into the greenhouse. It's the perfect size, and it's actually a good space where I get a lot of good light in the greenhouse. So I'm excited. I was thinking about putting those extra tomatoes in it, but now I'm thinking of some pretty flowers. Anyway, see, it's not a super long one, so that's a plus. I think this is the outside. We'll see. But anyway, it fits right there. You see that? And I don't have to lose my carpet or put it up under the other stand. So that's a plus. Also looks really easy to put together. It really does. Let's see. I don't know what I did with the paper. I have it somewhere. I'll find it in a minute. But pretty excited about this because I thought it was going to be really long at first. And I really did want to try and grow inside of the greenhouse. So I think this is going to be pretty nice. Let's see. Yeah. Not too big, not too small. Oh, very nice. Let me find the directions. Directions seem simple enough. So we're going to go ahead and put these together. I can't actually tell which side is supposed to be on the outside, so that's going to be interesting. I will say, even with nails, if you do it from the inside, if you put the screws in sitting in the inside of it, much easier. So if you want to make sure it's super tight, you can go back around, hold the bolt in the inside, and then turn the screwdriver. That is making it a little bit tighter. So I would recommend that to make sure it's tight, and so you can make sure that it's, you know, sturdy. But let me show you what it looks like and how it fits into the space. I think it fits perfectly right there. There's a little bit of hang when you come into the greenhouse, but I think it's going to be perfect. The good thing is I already have cardboard down, so I just need to fill this. So yeah, I went back around it and tightened it a little bit more. I do recommend that. Go back around it, hold the nut, and tighten it. But very simple to put together. I think it's very cute too. I like the color. I picked the color, so I should like the color. But there, like I said, there's a link in the description below if you're interested in it. It's a nice little size for my greenhouse. And now I can grow things in here. Pretty excited about that. I'm not seeing nearly as many ants as I was seeing. That bee, well, now there's two, are in here with me. And I want to put the lights on this, but because they're in here, I think I'm going to hold off for a minute. I'm going to go ahead and get those things put back in here, spray them off again. I've already sprayed them. I'm going to spray them again. Get the things that were over here put back into the greenhouse. Set my sitting area back up over here where it was. Then we're going to put some lights up. I need to start some seeds. I'm hopeful to get that done on this video too, because all of my strawberries that I had in here died because, again, I don't come over here and water. But now that I have a water hose that Vevor sent me, I will be able to do that. So I will show you how I start strawberries from actual strawberry. These won't be store purchased because I grew my strawberries myself this year. All right, so I'm going to show you the cleaned up greenhouse. My battery's going dead. I'm going to have to go and change that too, but show you the cleaned up greenhouse. Oh, ta-da! Somewhat cleaned up. So the garden bed, got my sitting area, the table area is cleaned up. I put the things that I'm going to use to start seeds up here, things to hold those down here. Hopefully that'll make the ants not want to be in there so much because those are up here, or they'll just find those and they'll be on the top of the table. And by the way, it's borax and sugar, not syrup or honey, but I think either one will work if I'm honest. So I found my lights. These are from Amazon. My sister gave them to me for Christmas. We're gonna hang those. There's 4 hoops, but I'm not gonna try to get behind the table, so I'll only be using 3 of these. I'm gonna put the solar power on the outside. I'm gonna slide it on the outside, and I'm gonna put it on the first 3 hoops, so when you walk in here at night, it'll be lit up. There'll be some lighting here. I'm excited about that. The bees are still in here. I'm just hopeful that they leave me alone. I'm gonna leave them alone as long as they leave me alone. So we're gonna start on this side because we want to make sure that I'm able to leave the solar power on the outside. And I might end up having to move the stands in order to make that happen. Not I might. I'm gonna have to. So there's a little left. I'm just gonna leave it, twist it around the little plastic thing it was on in the first place. Okay, so we have wrapped all of the poles with the wire. They are fairy lights. They are flexible LED lights, but if you Google them, or not Google, but if you go to Amazon, you can find them under fairy lights. So that's what I'm using, fairy lights. And now I'm gonna put the stick in them on the outside so that they can start to charge. And these are the same lights that I use over on the trellises. They're literally the same lights that I use over there. Okay, so basically you can unravel the plastic part that's on it, which is why I made sure it was on the outside of the greenhouse too, so you have enough string. I'll probably put that back, but just to show you, very simple. Slide these in like that, stick the bottom piece in, and then you stick it down in the ground, and that's how they will be powered so that they light up the greenhouse, and you don't need electricity out to your garden to make this work. Now we wait.
Hey, yo. You can't hold me.
Thank you for getting that for me. I appreciate it. Okay, so we are back in the greenhouse. I have done an outfit change because I was not coming back out here until later this evening. So I went in the house and took a bath and all of that stuff and ran to actually Lowe's because I will actually be out of town for a good portion of the next 2 weeks. I think I will be home for 2 or 3 days, and so I do not want to start seeds that my children are not going to keep alive for me. So what I did was decided we're gonna go ahead and fill this bed in. So because I want to plant in it today, because I want to plant deep, because it's not a super deep bed, I went and bought dirt, soil from Lowe's. If this was a super deep bed, I would definitely fill it with like leaves and sticks so that I didn't have to spend, you know, wouldn't have to spend a lot of money. But it's not that deep, and I want to plant today, and I want to plant deep. So we're gonna go ahead and fill this garden bed up. I am using black cow compost. That's upside down. And then there was a Harvest Organics, natural organic raised bed soil, so I'm going to use that, and that's what I'm going to fill it up with. I got 3 bags of the Harvest Organics, and I got 5 bags of the compost. Probably don't need it all, but did not want to go back to the store. I'm actually getting pretty tired, but there are things that I would like to get done before I am 2 weeks away from my garden and things of that nature. If you would believe it, this is the 2nd video that I have recorded today, and I have 1 more to do tonight, and I will do 1 more tomorrow, and that will cover me for the 2 weeks that I'm gone. You guys would know that because the outfit change them. Thanks, son. So I told my son, if I go to Lowe's and I get the soil, will you bring it to the back for me? He said yes. Teamwork makes the dream work. Let's see if we can save these, y'all. So these are cherry tomato plants. Still green at the top, still growing, actually trying to flower. They are from when I planted out originally. I didn't have anywhere to put them, didn't have anyone to give them to. So we're gonna put them in here, see what happens. And because all of this soil is new, I'm not gonna worry about fertilizing it or putting anything in it because like everything is new. I'm gonna pull off all of these old leaves. It's even trying to grow suckers, so I think I should be able to save it. I'm gonna plant it really, really deep though. And I'm going to use the bamboo stakes that I didn't use this year. I'm gonna use those in here to prop these tomatoes up and see what happens. Super root bound, so we're gonna pull them loose. Super root bound is super wet because it rained last night. But we're gonna just move them around a little bit, open it up, and plop it down into this garden bed as deep as I can get it. Oh boy, it's still super tall, isn't it? I have 6 of these, so we will do them on a like triangle type growing system here. I may grab some basil from the store and plant some basil here. But for now, we have a new garden bed, y'all. I'm so excited. It don't look like much, but I think it's gonna be fine in the end. So I am editing this video and on vacation and realized I did not do an ending. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to visit me over on Instagram where I post about the things going on in the garden almost every day. Bye, y'all.